Let's look at how to use labels and filters to organize our inbox. Let's say we want to have a label for all mail that comes from Jonathan Vester. Let's open up that message and come here to Labels and Create New. I'm going to make a Vester label. Now we see Vester over here, we see Vester right here. In our inbox, we see that label has been applied. I can click on my label on the left-hand side and see all the messages, which is just this one that has been given the label Vester. But I want to have all the messages that come from Jonathan Vester to go into this label group. So I'm going to click on the checkbox, I'm going to come to More, and I'm going to choose Filter Messages Like These. Here is my From, and you want to leave all these things blank. If you wanted to say do a group or a label that had everyone from, say, the student domain, we would just type in here at st.nashcc.edu, and all the students that send you emails using their student accounts would go to the label that you created. But right now we're going to do all the ones from Jonathan Vester. We're going to choose Create Filter with this search, and we're going to tell it to apply the label Vester. Never send it to spam, because we want to make sure that anything that comes through makes it to the label. And I'm going to say apply the filter to the two matching messages. I create my filter. It's now applied it to the two matching messages there. I see inside of Vester the two messages there. And so now I have a filter created to whenever a message arrives, it will label it as Vester and put it into this folder. Now, this does not move the message to the folder. If I wanted to move these two messages to this label and not see them in my inbox, I need to use this icon here and say Move To, and then choose Vester. Now, it didn't delete the message, it just moved it so it only appears inside of the Vester label, and it just kind of helps you organize your messages. Let's look at how we would take messages that arrive and forward them to a different address. I'm going to choose the gearbox over here. I'm going to choose Settings. I'm going to come to Forwarding in Pop IMAP, and I'm going to add a forwarding address. That address is going to be jvester@nashcc.edu. And I'm going to confirm, yes, that's the address that I want, because now what we're going to do is we're going to make a new filter and have it, when a message arrives, have it be sent to this address. I'm going to come to Filters, and I arrived at that by going to the gearbox and choosing Settings. I'm going to choose Filters now, and I'm going to create a new filter. I'm going to say that anything that arrives from, let's just choose Kelly Deal. Anything that arrives from Kelly Deal, I want to create a new filter. I'm going to never send it to spam, and I'm going to forward it to my forwarding address. So now I create this filter. So now anything that arrives from Kelly Deal will be forwarded to this address. Let's go back to our inbox and look at how to organize our labels. If inside of my Vester folder or label I want to create a new sublabel, I want to click on this triangle here, and I want to add a sublabel. And I access the sublabel by clicking on the left triangle. This could be useful if you had things organized by semester. So your semester would be here and each of your classes in here. You could also use your filtering to route students from individual classes into these subfolders.